Oh, no. Senator Angela Paxton files for divorce from Attorney General Ken Paxton. This is the freak Texas AG that said that if the Supreme Court allowed him, he would happily enforce anti-sodomy laws in the state. In a statement, Angela Paxton said she moved to end her 38-year marriage on biblical grounds, citing recent discoveries. Okay, guys, what do you think? It's either cheating or child pornography. Or gay. It could be, well, gay cheating. Gay cheating. Pedophilic gay cheating. I believe marriage is a sacred covenant, and I have earnestly pursued reconciliation, said Angela Paxton in a post on Twitter. But in light of recent discoveries, I do not believe that it honors God or is loving to myself, my children, or Ken to remain in the marriage. Woo! Woo! I move forward with complete confidence that God is always working everything together for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. God, I hate religion. Yeah, the fact that she's Bible thumping over it probably does mean that it's gay, right? Oh, never mind, she just says. In her divorce filing, Senator Paxton alleges her husband had committed adultery, listing it as the grounds for divorce. The couple stopped living together more than a year ago, on or about June 1st, 2024. That's what we were trying to tell you. Yeah, well, I read when I read as I talk. I don't read ahead as I talk. That would be confusing. It could still be gay. The couple stopped living together more than a year ago, according to a copy of the filing obtained by the Texas Tribune. In his own statement, Attorney General Paxton cited, quote, pressures of countless political attacks and public scrutiny as the reason the couple had, quote, decided to start a new chapter. How do you think this will affect his Senate race? Even the Republican Senatorial Committee came out and condemned Paxton. His career is so over. Really? What Ken Paxton has put his family through is truly repulsive and disgusting. No one should have to endure what Angela Paxton has, and we pray for her as she chooses to stand up for herself and her family during this difficult time. Do you think that they're turning on him because he's ended up being more of a political liability? He's a firebrand, but he hasn't been able to do that much as Texas AG, and he's running against a sitting senator. Means that he's probably upset a lot of powerful people. Like, he's running to primary a sitting Republican senator. I wonder if that made enough people upset that they were willing to really run with this. Who is he running against? It said in the against John Cornyn for U.S. Senate. The impeachment claims that Ken Paxton has had previously benefits Paxton provided to Austin real estate developer Nate Paul, as well as an alleged extramarital affair the Attorney General had with a former Senate aide. Huh. The woman he allegedly had an affair with was called to testify before the Senate and came to the chamber but left without speaking. Fraud case against him, federal investigation into corruption allegations for former aides lodged with the FBI. Yeah, he's just a liability. If he wasn't a liability, they would all be calling his wife a whore. It's not like they give a shit about cheating. Wear high-rise trousers, folks. We love our cuck posting. After facing the pressures of countless political attacks and public scrutiny, Angela and I have decided to start a new chapter in our lives. I could not be any more proud or grateful for the incredible family that God has blessed us with. I remain committed to supporting our amazing children and grandchildren. I ask for your prayers and privacy at this time. Don't think that's going to happen. Seems unlikely to me.
I believe if I didn't
the Senate run?
become your president, I believe that this country would have had problems.
There's still the issue of the
well, look, this is
if they're not going to leave the country, why are they going to pay some fine?
Why does he look like this? Okay, actually asking, not just trying to be mean. Is there something wrong with Ken Paxton? Like, fish-wise? Why is he melting?
well, look, this is a novel idea. Make them pay for violating our laws. We do that with Americans. It works sometimes. It doesn't work other times. But it is a penalty, and it will incentivize people, I think, to leave. So I think it's a great idea. There's no downside to trying it. No matter what the percentage it affects, it's still going to be something better than what we have. So I applaud them for trying this. It's a great idea.
Well, one thing that's I think people are wondering about is if we have 25 million illegals, at least in the United States, Even going at the pace they're going at, which is a decent pace, you're never gonna.
Is he blind in one eye? Like, I know I'm just being mean, but like his face is sunken in. One of his eyes looks lazy. Like it's incredible. His neck is bloating around. He looks like a corpse that's been stuffed in a suit.
To deport most of the illegals, probably not even 30% of the illegals. So are we really enforcing the law if we don't have the resources or the manpower to move the people out of the country who should have to reapply the right way if they're not criminals?
Look, I think Congress should provide more resources, obviously, because this is a huge problem created by Joe Biden and other Democratic administrations. But I do think that's why I like this idea. It does create some incentive for people to leave on their own because they're incurring fines, and if they do get caught and rounded up, they're going to owe this money. So I do think that's a good idea, but I definitely think there should be more resources directed towards helping President Trump.
That's great, man. She probably got tired of Ken's wandering eye. It is pretty cool that the worst politicians tend to have their evil expressed outwardly as much as inwardly. Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate the fact that they're like honest and straightforward with it. I think that's true. Oh, how the fuck are we doing, folks? Good? We're doing good? That's good to hear.